guys, it's your girl Jasmine McKell, aka the Glam Barbie, and I'm back again with another video. Today is gonna be something a little different for me and just in general. This is me wearing a wig. This is my first wig ever, and yeah, this is actually the second time I filmed this video just because I was so bad at putting this on the first time, and I wanted to really give a fair review for using the Bold Hold Extreme Cream. And so I was like, let me just kind of redo this. It's still like a kind of first time review kind of thing for me, just because I still was learning and I had to learn some tricks of the trade as well. So I think it's still gonna be a pretty honest review and some pretty good tips, for you all as well when you're like installing your wigs, or if it's your first time as well. So if I can do it, you can too. As you can see, this is what it looks like once it's all done. And I think not so bad for the second time me ever putting on a wig and using some strong adhesive. So if I can do it, I think you all can too. So if you'd like to know how I get this look with my wigs and how I apply them, please go ahead and keep watching. First, like, you take it out the package. It has like the cardboard piece in there. There's two of them on there, so I'm just gonna take one of them off. And it just looks like this. As you can see, this is a lot closer to my skin tone. And how we're gonna do this, we're just gonna slap it on there. Slap it on our head like so. So this is where we're at with it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna kind of like look at where your hairline and stuff is. And that's where you're gonna spray this all across there, because the whole point is to get your hairline like lay down out the way, so that when you apply the wig, it's not actually applying the glue on your edges. So you want this stocking cap to be stuck in so that you can cut the excess off, and it creates a barrier, and it's nothing but your forehead out. So as you can see, it's just kind of like sinking in, and I'm just pressing it, because while it's like wet, you can see where your hairline is now, because you're pressing that in there. Oh, and my nails are getting caught on this stocking cap. Good thing we're cutting it off. The edges get a little tricky just because your ears kind of like pull the stocking cap out. So you're probably gonna have to like go back and respray it down after you cut the extra off, just so that you can get this all flat and tight too. And I kind of go around my ear as well, because you know you have hair still right there that's gonna be kind of exposed. So now that we got this all nice and dry and hard, we're gonna take the scissors, and I'm just gonna cut down the center. This got to be glued freeze, blasting freeze spray. It literally just come off with like some water. It's meant for when people with spikes and stuff like that in their hair. So what we're gonna do is make sure it's just right past those edges, and we're gonna cut as close as possible. My hairline is a little weird. It comes out just a tad bit further, but I'm not gonna worry about that, because those hairs are really thin. And I still don't want to put my wig that far close. You're gonna do some slight baby hair anyway, so it doesn't really matter about the little bit of like that part right there. Like, it's literally just like a little bit. Gonna cut up the side of the ear. This is just to keep us from cutting it in the wrong shape. And then I'm just gonna pull my ear out. So now I can really see what's the leftover for the ear. And you're gonna do the same thing and just try to cut as close as possible to your skin. So that, and then you repeat on the other side. I'm leaving a little bit on these sides for the sideburns area too, because those are gonna be covered up as well. My wig, I can do like sideburns on the wig. So now for this little extra piece back there, you literally can just cut it off. It's gonna be underneath your wig. It's not gonna go anywhere. You see it kind of goes over my braids. I have combs, so the combs are gonna kind of go over and under. So once that's done, see how you have like some little roll-ups around here? This part isn't completely down from where we cut around the ear, all of that. What you're gonna do is just kind of go back and just spray it down and lay it down. And I just kind of do it a little bit at a time, go for it. The edges are literally like the hardest part. They never want to stay down. So I found this is the second time and they still want to just like roll up. What you can probably do is what I'm about to do is like spray it, lay it down and use the blow dryer. So now what we're gonna do is, because you can see there's like excess like glue and stuff all around there, we're gonna clean that up. We're gonna take our towel from earlier and then 91% alcohol. Well, so we're gonna take the towel, a towel, just any kind of towel. This is the one I used to film the removal video, but you'll see why I needed it. And 91% alcohol. And we're just gonna go around these edges. Another reason for having to go around the edges and stuff anyway also is because you wanna make sure that there's no oil or anything on where you're gonna put the glue. So that needs to be off, and the way you get that off and make sure it's completely dry and stuff in the area is with alcohol. So this is also gonna be a necessary step regardless if you got some extra glue or not right there. So now it's in place, feels like, for the back. Feel like the front, clip this hair kind of out the way but loosely so it's not pulling. You want to make sure when you're trying to decide like where to lay the wig that you don't like pull it forward or whatever, because it's going to make you kind of pull back and you don't want this set there. It's just not going to be comfortable. So you got to kind of like look at where it like naturally falls without pulling. So like mine is kind of like right here. So mine's gonna not really even go on my skin, but it's gonna go right on top of this cap for the most part. I'm gonna pull it forward kind of on my skin because as I found out wearing this, it kind of slides back after you apply it. So maybe if I put a little forward by like the morning after I tie it down, it'll be just slid back right to where I want it. So what you can also do is take like a white eyeliner, or I'm gonna use like a angle brush and just like literally like some little extra foundation that's like on the side of like the bottle from being dirty. And you just kind of want to mark where to put that glue. Once you have that done, you can slide your wig back, take it off, whatever you want. So like I said earlier, it says apply up to 5 layers. I don't want 10,000 layers of glue on my skin or on my hair, which with the removing process you can feel like it's build up, and just the first time I wore it, sometimes your edges and stuff are gonna come loose. You got to apply more glue, and I just don't want to already have 5 layers and then have to add like another 2 every time I gotta like tack something down if it comes up or something like that. So I'm just gonna use like a eyeshadow flat brush or whatever that I don't use. I'm gonna use that to, like, you know, get the glue out and apply it. Comes with like a little squeeze nozzle, and I'm just gonna start small. I heard that less is more. So everywhere where I have that foundation, I'm just gonna put a coat of this glue right behind that line. Now, like I said earlier, my edges behave a little differently. They go back so far, and I didn't leave enough lace on around the edges to like be able to still apply it this far forward. So you live and you learn with your first wig. The next wig that I get made, I'm gonna leave more lace around the edges. I probably still took some more in the stocking cap off. Hopefully this works on the stocking cap for some of it. And the way you know it's completely dry is when it turns clear. I'm gonna let this dry a little. Okay, this seems to look pretty clear. I'm gonna go in with a second layer. Probably just 2. Let this one sit for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna apply the. Okay, this looks pretty decent with like being dry, so I think I can go ahead and start sliding my wig forward. So what I'm gonna do is, because I have like a part already right here from before, I'm just gonna start with the center. I'm gonna slide it up a little bit, make sure I can see that part. And I'm gonna slide the wig forward more than where I wanna place it, and then let it slide back on its own in place. Once you press this stuff down, it's gonna stick. So if you're not ready to place it, just kind of like leave it there like I have it. Slide these forward. Let them slide back. And I just kind of like press a spot like here and here, just kind of hold it in place, and then I come over to this side, do the same. Overly place it forward. Make sure all your little baby hairs are out the way so that they don't get glued on the edge. So put it a little bit forward, let it slide back. Then I just place it. Then I go back. If I like it, I just kind of come back around and press on down. If you use a white eyeliner, before you do this, after you apply the glue, go back and use that alcohol and like wipe the white eyeliner away so you don't have a line. I use my foundation, so I'm not really worried about it showing anything. So then I'm just gonna take, ooh, got some alcohol on it, rat tail comb, and just kind of go around the edges where this glue and stuff is and press down. Just kind of like work that glue into the lace. So you just kind of melt that lace on into your skin. Okay, after I kind of get that in place where I want it, I like to now take that alcohol and towel again and just go around the edges to make sure there's not like any extra glue, harsh line. Okay, I told you all that I was filming the second part of this video the next morning after I was able to like tie down my edges with a scarf all night with the bold hold applied. So this is what we're working with the next day. So I haven't done anything else to it. So I got that. It's not coming up. I'm pulling on it pretty hard. It's not going anywhere. So yeah. Okay, so we're not completely done yet, and I know this seems like a long process, but I mean, I just like to kind of let it sit overnight as far as like the glue, so that when I'm pulling and tugging, it's not gonna slip and slide. But you can also kind of see where it's a little lighter than I would like around the edges for if I don't have makeup on. So I'm just gonna take some of my Black Radiance True Complexion Soft Focus Finishing Powder. And I'm gonna take like this little Morphe R40 brush. I'm just gonna put that in the powder, tap the excess off, and I'm gonna go around this hairline with this powder. And just really kind of try to work that in there. And as you can see, it didn't take much. The final step, which I'm not a huge fan of baby hair. Like that's just not ever been like my thing. I don't have like naturally long baby hair or anything like that. So, but I was gonna show you that what I do every blue moon is I use the little baby hair brush and comb. Got this for like $3 or $2 from my beauty supply store across the street, and it literally like it's the perfect little thing. So like even if you have like little pieces of flyaways that you feel like are kind of like going crazy, I just use like the comb and kind of pull them back if they've kind of gotten stuck in the glue. I just kind of comb them back. Now this step with the flyaways I have found to kind of be key, because hair will get stuck along the edge where the lace meets your skin, and if you have like black hair stuck to that edge, it's gonna look like it's creating a black line across your forehead where your lace is, so it doesn't really look melted anymore when it's like that. So I just kind of like to go in there and just comb those backwards. But now if you're gonna do baby hair, you can kind of disguise that with doing baby hair. So it's all about preference. I'm not a baby hair person, but what I have done is I would use some Eco Styler gel, the one that's in the clear container with the orange writing. This is like my little travel one that like I can keep in my purse with my comb for when I do them. But I just dip the brush right in there, and I just kind of like do the baby hairs. I'm not gonna do that on video just because I'm not the queen of baby hairs. That's not my thing. They don't look anything special. I'm still learning myself. So yeah, the main thing about this video was just so you all could see how I put the wig on and kind of review the Bold Hold Extreme Cream, which I do love. It does still slide a little bit. Like, it's not as bad as the first time because I think I did a lot better with the application, but hey, I haven't figured out that trick yet to keep it from sliding. When I see videos, some people like, yeah, no sliding like this, and I'm like, I don't know what y'all did, because I was very neat with it this time. But it is a better application this go around. For the flyaways, I just kind of you can either spray it like on your hands and then kind of put it, or you can put it like on your brush. Spray the Got To Be Glue Freeze Brushing Spray, and then just run that brush over the flyaways. I don't know if you can kind of see, they kind of disappear. Okay, so this is the final installation of my wig with my frontal and how I put it on. And I'm thinking it's looking pretty nice and flat and natural. I don't have any baby hairs to like disguise like my hairline, but I don't feel like I need them. So yeah, if you want to add baby hairs, you can definitely do so. That's just not a thing for me. But I'm loving how this looks. I love how the installation looks and how natural it looks. Also, my hair is from my own hair collection, Glam Barbie Extensions, and I'll put the link or my Instagram page in the description box for those extensions. Is also going to be here on the screen. That way you can purchase hair extensions with me. I don't have my website up just yet, but you can send me an email and we can get everything coordinated and I can send you these hair extensions. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.